Do you think that some people create arguments to satisfy their need for attention without considering the consequences? How would you handle this? First and foremost, yes, I absolutely do believe that. I believe that some people believe that the only way that they are loved is in chaos. And I mean that with the type of people who will create conflict and then try to walk away hoping that you will chase them. And that's not a woman thing. That's across the board. I've watched men and women do that shit. There are people that want to see you fight for them because deep down they believe somehow that if you're fighting for them, it means that you love them enough to want to like go to war to fix the relationship. I shouldn't have to go to war for my relationship. My relationship should be secure enough that I am at peace in my relationship, and I'm willing to go to war with everything around it to protect that peace. And that's the difference. I don't know how I would handle that. Honestly, I got to be honest. If that was a situation that came up in my life, I would address it. I would acknowledge that it happened. Hey, I'm recognizing right now that you're creating conflict. I think that you're doing it for attention. If you are really going through something, let's talk about it to figure out the root of the situation so that we can address the root, because right now we're dealing with symptoms, and I would like to figure that out. If somebody needs intimacy, creating conflict is not the way to get that intimacy. You might get great makeup booty. That might absolutely be a thing, but that's superficial. That's not longevity. That's not going to sustain any type of real intimacy in a relationship. It's sex. So how I would handle that really does come down to, I would do a check-in. I would fucking pull out an actual list. I have a check-in list, the PDF on the website, tobebetter.com. You can download it. It's free. I would print out my own fucking list, and I would sit my wife down and be like, here's what happened. Here's how I'm feeling. Here's what I think we need to do to correct the problem. And then we would go through the entire list of the check-in to find out where we rank on everything. We would get that psychological report card on what we need to do to improve our relationship. And then we would start making actionable goals on what we need to do over the next week or 2 weeks, and then we would check in another week or 2 weeks to see if we're hitting those goals. A lot of this does come down to test, retest. You see this in physical therapy. You see this in pretty much anything where somebody's trying to improve. Timed shooting, fucking dog training, it's test, retest. And you figure out where your weaknesses are, and then you try to improve on them. That's my answer. I know that's a lot, and I hope that fucking helps you, but ultimately it's going to come down to communication and being able to recognize that that is really a trauma response. And I say it's a trauma response because I don't think that anybody from a healthy childhood or a healthy background or a healthy mindset, emotionally mature mindset, is going to behave in that manner, because they're going to be trying to protect their peace as well.